Senior Product Marketing Manager of eDiscovery at Guidance Software. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
So good to have you with us. And can you discuss a little bit about legal departments or general counsel and what role they play in cybersecurity operations, IT management today?
Sure. The GC, or the general counsel, is, we can consider them as the guardians of risk for a corporation. So one of the things that's really happening is that cybersecurity and the threat of a breach happening to a corporation is becoming much more of an issue, not only about losing data or the risk for your data, but it's becoming risk for the whole corporation. And really some of the things that are driving this are the breach notification laws that are being passed, and also increased litigation due to loss of data, and when a breach happens, what happens sort of downstream to customers and vendors as well. So the Office of the General Counsel is really getting involved in this area, and they're getting involved from the standpoint of really needing to collaborate with the Chief Security Officer and the IT department.
In addition, clearly everybody is concerned about the response after a breach happens. Besides breaches, what is the GC talking to IT management about? What else are they talking about? Third-party clients that might be responsible for operations or data? Just wondering.
Yeah, so besides just being concerned about the overall breach that happens internally, a corporation has a responsibility to protect their data wherever it may go. So if they have a third-party supplier, or they've entrusted data for some reason to another third party, it's still their responsibility to protect that data. So the general counsel is going to be very concerned about that. And to that aspect, one of the things that where a GC can really help IT and also the chief security officers with protecting that data is helping them develop a plan on how to really react when a breach or intrusion happens. And what I mean by that is that being able to have a plan that involves all the right people, from IT to security to general counsel and also executives, allows them to have really transparency of what happens. So they involve the people, and then to put together a good process of how to react, and if necessary and able, to remediate. And then there's also that technology aspect, where having the right technology in place and using that makes it much more effective, gives them the opportunity to be able to react in a very secure and hopefully swift manner. And it really is, if the Office of the General Counsel helps put that plan together, if there's something that happens downstream where there's litigation or they need to defend their process, it's the General Counsel who's going to be able to defend that process. And it's a plan that, if done right, is really not going to be an impediment to IT. It should help the whole process.
Okay. And with that, is there a concern or a downside about the influence of general counsel on people that are on the IT side?
I always think there's always a concern, but it sort of goes back to that whole trend that we're seeing with collaboration between the Office of the General Counsel and IT, and that when they see that we're working on a plan together, some of that fears of the General Counsel, a lawyer, is going to be telling me what to do. No, it's really a chance for IT to educate the General Counsel and to be involved in a plan that's going to help both of them.
And now that they're collaborating more, the IT security space is always changing, developing, but right now there are a lot of new cases or landmark cases in data breach laws, or states suing companies for privacy issues. What should IT management be looking for in general counsel?
This is really where that sort of that symbiotic relationship happens, where it really is general counsel's responsibility to stay on top of current cases that may affect the corporation from a risk and compliance standpoint, and that's where their expertise lays. Being able to interpret, what laws are happening, what are the cases that are happening, how's that going to affect my corporation, and then who do I need to communicate that to inside the corporation. But in order to be truly effective, IT, on the other hand, needs to leverage their expertise in threats and hacks and intrusions. What is malware as opposed to a virus? All these types of things that are happening inside the corporation from a cybersecurity aspect, and educate general counsel on that to help general counsel be more effective. So it really is. It's an area where they both need to work together to bring their different expertise together, so that they're going to mitigate the risk as much as possible.
Well, thank you for sharing with us and being here. Again, to wrap up, we're here with Bryant Bell of Guidance Software. Please join us next time.